So this is some information that you may not find anywhere other than going to Nick Shirley or finding videos that are in response to this video. There may be other people that go out and try to bring this to the surface, but there's a lot more details in this Springfield, Ohio video by Nick Shirley. Did a live stream just trying to, I guess he's hitting all the swing states, just gonna go around and ask random people, voting preference. But with Ohio, it was definitely the focus. I was meaning to get around to this video. It took a while. But that's where all or most of the eating the dogs, eating the cats rumors have supposed to be rooted in Springfield. And then any of the other cities that they have, thousands of Haitians been imported overnight, seemingly. I mean, they say they do it slowly, but it's not just the Haitians. Other countries are doing this, and they're doing it in different ways. They covered that in the Nick Shirley video. And he somehow seems to have stumbled upon the same neighborhood where the van full of cats was spotted. So one or two of the girls do claim to have seen a van full of cats. And, of course, because no one knows any details, they can't say anything, but there has to be missing cats from the neighborhood. There can't be that many just feral, cats running around the neighborhood. That is the case in neighborhoods. There are cats running around, feral. But if you see a van full, one would only assume that would be maybe some household cats thrown in the mix there as well. And just to solidify that, some of the other people go on to say that there's a park nearby where normally you gotta take your time and look out for the geese or ducks. I'm pretty sure it's just geese, but let's just assume, geese and ducks. So all the population has dwindled down. Normally you could drive through there and you have to wait a few minutes is what they're saying, and now you could just fly through there no problem. So the population has to have taken a hit if there's a driving difference. And they're saying that their whole neighborhood, they have like an entire block that's been taken over. They're cramming the houses full, 20, 10 plus, at least a dozen, it sounds like. That sounds familiar. It's like something that they would be getting into. So they're saying they're even doing remodels, handing the remodels fresh straight over to however many Haitians want to welcome themselves to that location. And then what else we got here? The schools, that there'd be like an entire floor, kids are saying either an entire wing or an entire floor of the classrooms would be all Haitians, and then they would even be in a class where it would be all Haitians at some point during the day, or I'm not sure if they do different classes throughout the day, if they do the same class all day, whatever. Seems like they're all old enough to be switching classes throughout the day, so they have a period where you have to share with nothing but Haitians, and everybody's saying basically the same thing, that they're all, for the most part, pretty rude, which you can only assume might be the first impression if they're not real fond of English. But on top of just coming off rude in general, we have reports of them getting caught, by the words of the students. I'm sure this is what they're receiving referrals and expulsions for, if they were getting any kind of repercussions. But they were fornicating in the stairwells, so they're just finding places and committing sexual acts, public indecency. So might as well strap that. So we got public indecency, and that's definitely a theme because there's also more reports of them just taking a dump in like the Dollar General or, you know, just any of the regular stores where people are actually going to go and pay for their food. At the same time, someone's, you know, going in there being, you know, what is it, monumentally rude and just taking a fat, stinky, you know, dump where citizens take their hard-earned money to pay for food. While that, at the same time, is happening, they are also overrunning the anywhere you go to get government aid food, right? So, super messed up. They also have a town meeting, and I'm forgetting what the main detail of the town meeting is, but one little hooker that just pops up from the town meeting is that whoever the right-hand lady for their mayor is, they're saying it's just, I don't know who it is. Whoever brought it up didn't say. They're like, it's just whoever the one black lady is that's on the administration with the mayor that was at the town meeting when they took a intermission during the meeting. Apparently, this lady left her mic on and said, "We don't give a shit about the people," you know, meaning we don't give a dang about the citizens. And I think it was the detail of the town meeting, like what they were discussing. They were discussing details, but one of the details brought up in the meeting was she left her mic on. We don't give a shit about the people. Everyone was super offended by that. We'll see how that surfaces, if it does surface. What's the deal there? Oh, but another detail is, so they're like, we're not calling them your neighbor. I think that was in the meeting. We're not calling them your neighbor. They're called the visitors. So, try and remember that. Quote unquote visitors, unquote. That's not me. That's what the town meeting was. That has to be what that was about, because otherwise it's just rumors. But another strange detail that's not going to surface most likely, or you're going to have to really dig for this detail, that also got mentioned somewhere in the town meeting. I don't know if it was by I think it's just by the people at the town meeting gossiping. So the water talk at the meeting of the people, you know, just being subject to this nonsense, trying to figure out what's going on, they all sat and talked to each other and figured out that, this is the place where that bus got hit and an 11-year-old student died. Well, the mother of that student was taking the garbage out in the morning and just got plowed over by a vehicle. So they are using this whole situation as a cloak. There's gonna be super weird situations like that where, you can't do anything because these Haitians don't know how to drive, and we're trying to get them licenses, and you can't send them back to their country because their country's a mess, and whose fault is that? And we're going to pay for their housing, and we're going to get them a new car, and we're going to give them all our food, and we're going to prioritize them over our own citizens, and we're going to just give them all kinds of free housing and all this monthly money. Even if they can't find a job, we'll just make sure they got money in their pocket. So this is all going on. Go check out the Nick Shirley live stream just so you can hear it for yourself. I'm trying to just spout this out in a summarized form, just to get to the details of eating the dogs, eating the cats. I would have said Trump's cool for saying that without having any proof, because there was enough proof. The footage of the chick getting stopped by the police, and they're like, get on your knees, and there's a dead cat in the driveway, and they're like, smile, because they want to see if she's got blood or debris in her mouth, from eating a cat, which is what the report was in that video. She's supposedly just a citizen, though, but that, you know, this is